And welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Stewart Buzz. This is Chris, and we got Wendy here. I did that for Wendy. That is the beginning of our podcast. We are here today to talk about paranormal investigations, whether they are real, staged, or really staged, or if you think they're fake. So,
right, all of it.
If recently, just so if you looked on our podcast, you will notice about me posting my past paranormal investigations. Do you believe in paranormal investigations? Do you believe in ghost? Do you believe in spirit? Do you believe in any of this crazy psychic stuff? So, Wendy, what is your opinion on this?
My opinion is there are way too many stories out there, way too many people that have experienced something, whether it be paranormal, alien, ghost, entities, spirits, la 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 la. A lot of people have experienced.
I didn't know you were going to start
singing
song. Yeah.
But yeah, especially since I've worked with you, that there's, just billions of stories of people experiencing out of the norm.
So we were doing
I do believe in it.
We were doing a podcast back in 2011, well before podcasts were even invented, really. Well, no, myself. And we were doing paranormal investigations. We would talk about the paranormal investigations. We were on Madhouse TV talking about the paranormal investigations. We even did a paranormal investigation in an abandoned mental institution.
I mean, just that sentence is scary. Abandoned mental institution.
Right. After you were gone from there, then there was nobody else left.
Lots of torture happens there.
So honestly, they will all be on the Stewart Buzz podcast. If you would like to go, you can go onto the Stewart Buzz podcast. You can watch all of the paranormal investigations that are on there and give us our feedback. You can also give us our feedback right here. I'll give you your feedback right here, whether or not you believe in the paranormal or do you think it's staged. Now, let me just lay the foundation on that. I did TV shoots for paranormal. I did TV shoots for psychic stuff. And I must say, it's extremely edited. That those paranormal TV shows are extremely edited.
And there are some fake ones. Let's just be honest.
Well, highly edited is what I'm trying to say. Oh. I'm trying to be nice here. So if you do 30 hours worth of filming and it's 5 minutes worth of airtime, yeah, it's highly edited. Mm-hmm. The things that I have on my shoots that I did, and you can see one of the pictures that I'll put right above here is me doing a shoot in the middle of the street. And then people would have to stop while we're doing the shoots. And, there's hold up on cars. There's all this other stuff. People are waving to us. It's a really cool experience to be able to do something like that. Yes. But it's when you do the reading. For instance, I did a reading for somebody and then they said, "Oh my God, that was so amazing. Now I want you to say it this way." I'm like, "Oh, what the hell was wrong with the way I said it?" They said, "No, it was great." And then they'll tell you what to drive. They'll tell you what to wear. So as far as the TV portion of it, I got to tell you, and anybody that out there has filmed in paranormal, you know exactly what I'm talking about, is staged. Now, the ones that you're showing, do you have hemorrhoids or something?
No, I was just laughing the way you said it. It's staged.
It
Real
is.
quick at the end of the sentence.
It is. And honestly, the first person to tell you that it's staged, everybody else would be like, "Oh, no, it's real stuff. It's real stuff." It is real, but it's embellished. Is that a good word?
Yeah,
So have you ever seen a ghost?
Personally, no.
Have you ever heard one? So there are K2 meters. There are recorders that you would put down. And if you put it on a video pad, if you put it on something, there's a program that we had called Video Pad that would actually enhance the audio,
Oh, I guess.
and you would hear people speaking, which is really eerie.
Right, when you can't really hear it with the normal ear.
That's correct. Not to be confused with an abnormal ear. But yeah, so you can't hear it with the naked ear.
There you go. Or a clothed ear either.
So with this recorder, and you enhance the audio, you can actually hear the voices, and what the voices have to say are quite interesting.
That's kind of so it's like in a different dimension or different audio dimension.
It's something that it's almost like what a dog can hear, we can't.
Right.
To simplify it.
There you go.
So what a K2 meter does, a K2 meter picks up electromagnetic fields.
Gotcha. Okay, that's
So when a spirit is around, or spirits are around,
so it's all energy, just like we keep on saying.
that's
That
correct.
energy.
That's correct. Next time you interrupt, you're going to get one of those.
Damn it.
So what an electromagnetic field does, it actually, as soon as you put it near, say, an electrical outlet,
Right.
go all the way up really high. When you pull it away from the electrical outlet, it goes back down to zero. So that is one of the reasons why paranormal investigators shut off the circuit breakers in people's homes, or go dark, they'll call it, in a home. Where they come up with the 2 o'clock witching hour, I have no freaking idea.
Yeah,
2 o'clock in the
asked
morning.
about that the other day.
Well, you asked me?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, really? I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were. You said your body doesn't stop, and you probably got up to go pee at that time.
Oh yeah. So I do a lot of peeing. But anyway, so I don't do paranormal investigations at 2 in the morning. I'm sleeping, okay, like any normal human. So if you're a spirit, you don't necessarily have to sleep at 2 in the morning, or you don't have to be awake at 2 in the morning and sleep during the day. I don't think there's really rules when it comes to that.
Gotcha.
So I do paranormal during the day, and I'll just shut off the circuit breakers. So now there's a difference between orbs. I don't know if you know what orbs are. Those little round little things full of light, and there are dust balls.
Oh yes, I know the difference.
Do you know the difference though? Now it's really weird because if you take a picture and there's an orb right in front of you, you can actually have a reflection from like a hi hat. I don't know. You know what a hi hat is? A light.
Oh.
And it doesn't even need to be on, but the reflection of the camera can actually bounce off that glass and come down and leave a little ball of light right there. People think automatically that's an orb.
Gotcha.
The best way to do that, just so everybody knows, is to take like 3 or 4 photographs right away and see if that orb moves.
Right.
Because orbs typically don't stand still if they're an entity of any kind. Now, mind you, dust orbs are quite popular, and moisture orbs are quite popular. Vapor orbs, yes, but I will tell you, be cautious of what you think. And when you go to a paranormal investigation and you're watching this over video, and then you're watching the flow of the orbs, take note, okay, of when the air ducts and how the air ducts are moving, if there's air conditioning on, if there's heat on, if you're in the Northeast or anything like that, or anywhere that it might be cold, if you have forced air from the ground, or if you have, I'm going to sound like a New Yorker, radiator
Oh, right.
or radiator, however you guys want to say it.
Well, how do you say it?
I say it both ways, actually. So, radiator and a radiator. Radiator is usually in a car. Radiator is usually the heat that comes out of a radiator in your house. That's not forced air. I was born and raised in a house that had forced upstairs. There was a fan that forced the air into the vent.
Right.
So
That's so
that pushes air. It will push any dust particles that are going. So if it's going in the
Especially-
same direction as the way the air is being pushed, it typically would be a dust particle. If it's going against that, then it would be some sort of energy.
Right.
And then the orb would send off an electromagnetic field that would make your meter go off. Now, if you look at the equipment that I have, and I'm going to post a picture right below of the equipment that I do have. If you look at those lights that are right there, those are for night vision. Okay, so you really can't see your hand in front of you. And when we did the paranormal investigation in the Pilgrim State Psychiatric Center that has been abandoned for 20 years,
Holy
it's
moly.
if you go into the basement and you can actually see a picture of us going into the basement, it's pitch black. You can't see anything. That's why we have to have night vision. And when you have night vision, it picks up stuff that the naked eye cannot see. We have full spectrum cameras. So actually, a camera has filters in it.
Right.
And what happens with a full spectrum camera is they take the filters out. And you can see the full spectrum of light.
Gotcha.
So it's not something that you can see with the naked eye. You actually have to use these full spectrum cameras, the EMFs, the millimeters that we had. A whole plethora of really cool stuff. The voice recorders that we have, we put them all into play. So you've never heard or seen a ghost. What I'm going to call it ghost, I call it really spirits, but I'm doing it for the simple
Right.
reason that you would understand.
No.
Because you're very simple.
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 No.
You're going to break out in song.
I was
again?
going to. No. The only thing I can remember was one time I was talking about my grandfather who just passed away, and the fan came on. That's the only one.
That's because somebody was near the switch of the fan and they turned it on.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but yeah.
Now, I will tell you that Jeannie actually, in the Altamont house, the lights would turn on. And I'm going to tell you a story. And I want everybody down that's listening to this to comment below on your paranormal stories that you had. And we can actually discuss them right below on the YouTube site. So here's a story that I had. And this happened literally a couple of months ago. And it was before my heart attack. And I heard talking. And this was like 2 in the morning. Not witching hour, 2 o'clock in the morning. It's just after 2 o'clock in the morning because you have to get up and pee, right?
Right.
So anyway, so it was around 2 in the morning, and I hear this talking. Now, to me, it's not abnormal to hear talking.
Right.
I thought it was a little strange that I'm hearing the talking. So I literally, and I never do this, but I literally got up to see if I can see anybody.
Like,
It was in the living room.
oh,
They were in my living room.
oh, it was like it wasn't.
So
like
I got up and there was nobody there.
Oh, sure.
And there was no more talking. Then I went back to bed. Laying back in bed and said, okay, fine. It's gone. I heard the talking again. So I got up. I went into the living room. I said, who's ever here, Mom, Dad, if this is you, you can continue talking. I would like to be able to hear what you have to say. And I went back to bed. There was no words, no nothing. When I went back to bed, I heard the talking again. So finally I said, screw it. I let them talk. I went to bed and it was over. So I don't know what happened after that, but people were having a conversation in my living room
Oh my, but you couldn't hear
where
what they-
Jasper,
Yeah.
so it's a different house. It's a different house, but in the same type of living room as where Jasper backed up when my mom walked towards him.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And you guys can watch that on one of the shorts.
that
There's
was
two
awesome.
types of videos I have. I have short videos and I have long videos. So when you go onto the Stuart Buzz podcast on YouTube, you can actually go to the word shorts and watch all the videos that are about 60 seconds to maybe I think 3 minutes or
Probably not that
15
long.
seconds. But they're short little videos, and there's a long video to that short video.
Separate sections.
Yeah, so you can go on there, and there's a lot of cool stuff on there. I also did a paranormal show on Madhouse TV,
That
and
Madhouse TV is not around anymore, is it?
no,
Was that
but
on TNT?
you're gonna see on the picture below of the studio that I interviewed people on Madhouse TV. It's going to be right below. You can take a look. But do you guys believe in the paranormal? Do you guys believe in paranormal investigators? Because 90% of the paranormal investigators are embellishing. So you're not necessarily supposed to prove that the place is haunted. You're supposed to prove that the place is not haunted and why the noises are happening and why things are going on. And that's
See?
the way it works. Now, in the Massapequa investigation that you're going to see pictures of, and you probably have already seen the video of me saying, Mary, and then the flashlight turns on. Well, that is a really easy way for a spirit to be able to communicate is through light, hence the electric, the fan, the stuff like that.
Right.
So another story that I have is I was laying in bed. It was around probably 1 in the morning, 12 or something like that. I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden, our light comes on the fan. Now, the fan doesn't turn on, just the light.
I think Jamie told me this story the other day. Just
Boom. Came on. I said, son of a. So I got the remote and I shut it off. I got it back into bed and the light turns on again. I'm like, what do you people want from me right now? I don't care if it's my mom or my dad. Let me freaking sleep. So I shut that off, and guess what?
it came back on.
No, that light didn't. But the hallway going into the bathroom, outside our bedroom, there's a hallway that goes into our bathroom. That light turned on. So it's not like there's a faulty switch somewhere. They're on separate switches. Like, why is this happening? Apparently, they just wanted to let them know that, or let us know that they're around and watching over us.
Yeah.
That's what I truly believe. But there are so many paranormal investigators out there that do this crazy stuff. One guy says that somebody enters their body and he makes all these weird noises.
Oh,
This was back in the day. I mean, such a hack.
but
But- Okay.
don't buzz me. I didn't interrupt you. But that's okay. But it happens to it. It meaning paranormal experiences happen to more people than
What?
yeah.
I think paranormal happens to a majority of the people.
Right. And more often to people like you.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's more often than me. Actually, I think it's opposite.
Oh,
I think
really?
less paranormal experiences would happen to me at home versus somebody else. I hear so many stories because
Yeah.
of what I do for a living.
Yes.
But I hear these stories of people coming to them, and I'm like, oh my God, I have about 10 stories, and these people had like 20 stories. And I hear it all the time. And I don't shut myself down to it, but I am a skeptic of everything, including psychics and stuff like that. I think,
Well, you're a skeptic of human, is what you are.
I am.
Yeah.
And honestly, I must tell you that because I did the reality
Yes.
TV thing and seeing how staged it is,
It's so staged.
it is, but there are portions that you'll see the pictures on this particular podcast. There are portions of it that are real that I did myself that I thought were really freaking cool. I mean, it worked, and it was amazing. Just the paranormal part of me doing psychic readings for people that are sitting right in front of me, and their relatives come up. I did a reading for a lady today where her husband, by name, his birthdays, the situation. He even said, "Did you talk to the people at the bank?" She goes, "Yes, I talked to them this morning."
Oh, shit. See,
I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. I'm not the one that's asking you. This dude is." Her husband died 2 months ago.
oh,
That was the lady that was sitting in the chair.
yeah.
And I was like,
Oh my God! And I asked her if that was her husband.
"Oh, that's nice. Why don't you just freak on digging that little dagger right into her heart?"
No wonder she reacted the way she did. I'm
Jesus.
so sorry.
Well, you can't say sorry to her now. She's not watching the damn podcast.
If you are watching, my apologies.
Get over yourself. So, so again, I really want you to comment on this podcast of what you think about, number one, about the paranormal TV shows that you see, about the private paranormal investigators that are everywhere around the country. So our group was called Casper Paranormal Research. There was another group called Casper Paranormal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's Casper Paranormal Society, I believe. But we are Casper Paranormal Research. And you'll see a picture of the Casper Paranormal Research below. But there are thousands and thousands of paranormal investigators. They got some in Port St. Lucie who are quite valid. So I really do believe that they do work, and I do believe that some of them are embellished. The difference, what we did is that we would debunk even our own investigations. So if we did an investigation, we thought that we saw something paranormal, and then we researched it further and found that it was not. Like, for instance, the man in the wall. I'm going to be posting a picture of the man in the wall below. We thought that was a paranormal thing. I went back during the daytime, and that man in the wall was still there. It was just the way the cement was formed in the basement. This was a 200-year-old house, and it was a big Tudor apartment complex in Babylon Village in Long Island, or on Long Island. It wasn't in the island, because if it was in the island, that means it would be underground. Well, this one was underground, to be honest with you.
Actually, was.
So, wait, TJ's right here. There's TJ.
Oh, TJ.
So here's TJ. So, hello, TJ. How are you? We're on a podcast right here. You can sit in. We're talking about paranormal investigations. I watched you walk into the store, steal about 4 items, and then I saw you walk out. So,
Gotta call it, please.
so again, comment below, guys.
Please comment.
Hype the button. When you hit like, there'll be a hype button. You hit the word hype, and that'll actually boost the actual podcast. I want to know what you guys think about paranormal investigations, and you'll see all the photos on here. We want your feedback. You guys have a blessed day. Anything else, Wendy?
Nope, that's it. Toodles.
Toodles. Goodbye.